One.
All right. Good evening, everybody. Well, welcome in to the Arkansas Weather Network. You know, this is really the first big weather event that we have walked everyone through, and we received a ton of support this week. And there's tons of great meteorologists in Arkansas. If you ride with us, we really, really appreciate it. I think, guys, everybody's pretty much arriving at about the same forecast now, regardless of what the differences were 2 days ago. A lot of snow, a lot of sleet, a lot of freezing rain, and we are just getting started.
Just getting started. That is the truth. We've already have some sleet and freezing rain reports across the state right now. It's just some liquid rain as well as temperatures continue to go down and get below freezing. But we got a long ways to go, guys. We got to make it all the way through Sunday. I can't believe we've got to go all the way through Sunday. It's only Friday night before this thing's out of here.
It's gonna be a long event, but that's why, stay tuned to the Arkansas Weather Network. We will keep you updated as this continues to progress.
Hey guys, we have had over 15,000 downloads to our app in the last 36 to 48 hours, something like that. And my goodness, do we appreciate it. We know there's a couple of bugs. We're working through them. If you send us a support request, we truly take it seriously and we try to help you fix it. Blaze answers most of those emails. So it's just us. We're very thankful that we're able to do this. And we're about to walk you through it. We're already getting reports of sleet and some rain across southwest Arkansas, and it is sleeting in downtown Little Rock from the latest, some of the latest reports.
Yeah, it looks like I had an update on my page earlier, and we have a lot of precip that's moving through central parts of the state, south central and southwest Arkansas, and a lot of this is being reported as sleet. Cole Outlaw sent us a video a few moments ago with pretty heavy sleet in Benton. Guys, this is just going to grow in numbers tonight and be more widespread across the state. I see some comments. Nothing's happening here. Where's the snow at? Guys, this is going to be a progression through the night. It might start at sleet at your location, especially if you're in central and parts of southern Arkansas. But of course, the north half of the state likely get a little bit more snow. But Blaze, how do you feel about the next several hours?
Well, I think there's a lot of people, especially northern Arkansas, that is asking the question, where's the snow? But it's just a little delayed, but it's coming, And so this forecast is not a bust. It's going to happen, but it's just a little bit delayed. So, but if you love snow, I think northern Arkansas is going to be favored for the heaviest snow. But, I wish it could all be snow, guys. I really do. But I think there'll be some freezing rain and sleet mixed in, too, for other parts of the state.
So what's about to happen in Little Rock, the leading edge, really, of the precipitation is about to come into Pulaski County. So most locations in Pulaski County are about to see sleet or snow. The latest sounding from the National Weather Service this evening supported snow out of North Little Rock and probably Little Rock. There had been some mist out in West Little Rock earlier. Temperatures now below freezing, so it's freezing mist. So that's the situation in central Arkansas. I do want to point out, guys, what the temperatures are. And you see that freezing line is now way down into southwest Arkansas. Some of the only locations still above freezing are in that Texarkana area. So frozen precipitation has started, and it will start accumulating very soon. And I think very soon we'll start talking about, road conditions going downhill and getting icy very, very quickly. Zach, I know you probably want to point this out, what's happening over in the Fort Smith area. The round that's going to affect northwest Arkansas is coming out of eastern Oklahoma.
Yeah, we've we haven't had a whole lot of action yet, which was kind of anticipated. I think we said 4 to 8, so we're a little behind on that. But guys, if you live in western Arkansas like me, there's a lot of precip loading up to our southwest. It's going to be a long night. This is going to be with us through Sunday, and some of it could be heavy at times. And I think for us here in western Arkansas, northwest Arkansas, it's going to be mostly snow, maybe some sleet at times, maybe initially as well, but lots of snow coming for the western half of the state, northwestern and west central half of the state through the next day or so.
Well, and the last thing we checked was accidents, and we're not really seeing any accidents from this as of right now, according to iDrive Arkansas. But I do think, guys, that's going to change.
Yeah, that's an understatement. Yeah, for sure. Travel's going to be rough late tonight, guys. Tomorrow, Sunday morning, Sunday night, Monday morning. So just anticipate that now. James, what do you think?
Yeah, I think the travel impacts, we can't overstate it enough. Sleet is really bad for travel long term. It really, really is. I've got the feed for Jock Collins, or Cole Outlaw and Jock Collins. They're in the Benton area. And Blaze, if you'll bring that live, we'll be able to show, I think we're looking outside their windshield. It looks like they've got some rain and some sleet, and that's falling in Benton. And so looking at one of the shopping centers there, appreciate these guys. They're out and about. Arkansas Storm Chasers, of course. And, whether it's bad, severe weather or winter weather, they're going to get out and see it. And they're seeing firsthand. Guys, it looks like it's a little bit of rain, freezing rain.
Yeah, it does. A little bit of rain
there. So,
good reminder. Yeah, James, I already had a couple of comments tonight from people saying it's just raining, it's not doing anything. Guys, if it's 32 degrees or below, that's freezing rain. That's not just liquid, normal rain. It's going to eventually freeze upon contact when it falls if it's below 32 outside.
Yeah, it'll start accumulating to everything. And so you can actually see this is a mixture of raindrops and sleet pellets that's falling there in Benton. Now, obviously, at 30 degrees, your roads are probably going to be fine. But as that temperature drops to 25 and 22 later tonight, the roads will become just a skating rink. And we'll be dealing with straight-up ice. So that's a live look from Cole Outlaw and Jock Collins in Benton. And, again, we really appreciate them letting us have their feed. We will come back to them at some point throughout our broadcast here. We'll probably break in quite a bit tomorrow and check in with everybody as we're tracking this storm that moves across the natural state. Guys, let's go through some of the newest data. There really hasn't been any changes since we released our forecast earlier today, but perhaps, someone did go through a long day. They had a full day. Everybody went to school. So, they may not just be in tune with what's happening. So this is the HRRR, and it's pretty darn close to where we're at right now. Those are Euro temperatures, just a hair too chilly, at least for 8:30 on Friday. And I added some sites in here, so we could just get a little bit more detailed, guys. But as we go through 9 and 10 o'clock, the precip really begins to fill in across South Arkansas, Central Arkansas, again, the northeast part of the state. It's just going to be a little bit longer, but eventually we get there where precip is really covering the whole state. But Zach, the really interesting thing, and Blaze too, the really interesting thing tonight that we have to watch is what happens in this central third of the state.
Yeah, it's some of the data has been pretty aggressive today compared to yesterday with snowfall. The blue shading is probably likely more snow than anything, maybe some sleet too, but in the pink south of Little Rock that you see is a mixture of probably freezing rain and sleet as well. But there could be some heavy swaths of snow. You can even see the shading on the model there, maybe picking up on some banding of heavier snow across central Arkansas late tonight and into early tomorrow morning. But just want to reiterate our point. Guys, we're just getting started. This is going to continue to fill in overnight tonight, produce heavy snow and freezing rain and sleet.
Yeah, so I just kind of circled at what you were talking about. There's a scenario, if we can change over to heavy snow in this Mena to Hot Springs to Little Rock corridor, there's going to be several inches of snow on the ground when everybody wakes up in the morning. Definitely. The problem is this sleet line is going to be moving north over the course of the event. So the question just becomes, how quickly do you hang on to all snow? I think places like Conway and Russellville and back, Zach, towards you, Fort Smith, hang on for a long time because the line's not straight. The warmer air is going to be towards eastern Arkansas, and it's going to be pushing north, of course, with no terrain it has to go over. You go back towards Little Rock and towards the northwest, it's got to cross the Ouachita. So it does matter. But
great
really,
point on the Ouachita, man.
The heavy snow cutoff really looks like it's generally Neenah to Hot Springs to Little Rock and then up northeast towards Jonesboro.
Yeah. Blaze, if you want to update everybody, you're from North Arkansas near Clinton, if you kind of want to make sure everybody's up to speed with that.
Yeah, I mean, from what we're seeing, I do think for northern Arkansas, it mostly stays as snow. I think there could be a little bit of sleet mixed in towards Saturday afternoon into the evening, but I really think for northern Arkansas, we're going to mainly get snow. And I think that's the reason why those snow totals had to increase. We also were talking earlier, there's going to be some banding, and I would not be surprised, guys, if we went ahead and did 10 to 12 inches, but we added the plus on there because I wouldn't be surprised if there's a few locations in northwest Arkansas that pick up more than a foot.
Yep, good.
I don't know if you guys are watching the comments on your own Facebook pages. Jamie Hale Adams says snow has started in Mayflower. So that's a good sign for those of you in northern Pulaski County and Faulkner County. Let's continue walking everybody through what's going to happen. That snow sleet line continues to advance towards the north. But, I think if places like Conway, Searcy, Morrilton, Russellville, Waldron have held on to snow from midnight through 10 a.m., you're doing really well on your snow totals by that point.
Definitely.
And then the sleet that's going to be down into central Arkansas is going to be heavy. We can't leave out South Arkansas, guys. It's just going to be freezing rain and sleet. I just don't see any way that you just change over to snow really for very long at all. And it's not going to be, Zach, Blaze, do y'all think it's going to be, I don't think the issues are going to be initial. I think you're really going to see issues compound as this piles up later Saturday into Sunday.
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
I mean, we're just getting started. I've got a comment from David Mattis says nothing in Fort Smith, brother. It hasn't got there yet. It's just running a hair behind schedule. A lot of this is going to filter in overnight tonight and into early Saturday morning, and it could be heavy too. Heavy snow, heavy sleet, and even heavy periods of freezing rain if you're in South Arkansas. So I hope I don't feel like I answered your question, James, your statement, but just want to make sure everybody's up to speed on that. That it's on the way. We promise. We're not messing with you.
It really starting tomorrow. I'll just draw it. The main concern for heavy freezing rain is this zone right here, south of Benton and Hot Springs, really Arkadelphia, Pine Bluff, Monticello, El Dorado, US 82 corridor, and amounts increase the further south you go. And guys, I don't think there's a world where Central Arkansas gets more freezing rain Saturday night. It's crazy. We're starting the event now, but that part of the event is still over 24 hours in advance. So there can still be some changes to the temperature profile that we can't see right now. Whereas tonight, we feel really good that we're starting as snow in central Arkansas. I just showed you that, backing this up. Midnight to 6 a.m., we're snow until that thing starts to lift towards the north. And then by Saturday afternoon, guys, it looks like this thing may climb into north central Arkansas. And Zach, we were looking at the soundings earlier. I think Fort Smith is right on that line between no sleet at all and some.
Yeah, I'm not so sure that it'll be long lasting either. Maybe Saturday evening before we switch back to snow, Saturday night and into Sunday morning when that cold air aloft really starts to build back in. But maybe up by Blaze's home range there up in Clinton, maybe is the line, maybe just north of that. I don't know. It's going to be close. It's just a tough forecast, guys, when it comes to the sleet and freezing rain.
It is. And like we were talking earlier, there's going to be that sharp gradient. Some are going to see all snow, and then some are going to see some sleet mixed in. And, I do think that, for people watching in northern Arkansas, we cannot rule out some sleet being mixed in at some point. And then it just transitions back to snow, which we're very thankful from northern Arkansas for that.
Braley Calloway says, how much snow do you think we will have in Charleston tomorrow morning? I don't have an exact amount, but there will probably be plenty. If you have to work at 7 in the morning, travel is going to be rough, much like everyone else in the state tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. So be safe.
I want to add, Zach, I think we should talk about it. Tomorrow afternoon and evening, there's going to be a break.
Yes.
I don't know that it's just continuous for multiple hours, but there's going to be a break. It's going to get a lot lighter. More showery, probably some freezing rain and sleets, the primary precip type. but it's not over as of 7 p.m. on Saturday. I mean, you still have over 12 hours to go, and quite a bit of your moisture left to go. Because look back towards the west. I mean, you still have a ton of moisture to go once you get to 7 p.m. Saturday. So please don't send us Facebook messages that is this really it? You know, wait till 7 a.m. Sunday.
Yeah.
Because you see how much lighter things get there Saturday evening. It ramps back up Saturday night into Sunday.
Sue McGee says, didn't this timeline shift a lot? We initially thought it was going to be around noon today. No, not really. It shifted back some, but our initial thoughts in Western Arkansas were around 4 to 8. So we're running late on that, really. But South Central, I feel like South Central and Southwest Arkansas were a little bit ahead of schedule. So we're just kind of waiting on that arrival.
Just a hair.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I think Central Arkansas range was 8 to 11, so we're just kind of at the start of that range with things getting going now. I will say a lot of people, Zach, probably saw the first timing map that was posted on Tuesday or Wednesday.
Definitely.
And then it became evident. It became evident the next day it was going to be much later.
Kept moving back.
So, we go into Sunday. I don't think this is going to be an all-day Sunday event. Sunday early in the morning, as this system kicks out towards the east and really gets going in Mississippi and Alabama, cold air is going to change over a lot of this sleet back to snow north and west of Little Rock. So you get to finish the event as snow. And there's a good chance we finish the event as snow in Central Arkansas. And this is also when freezing rain's probably going to be at its heaviest in this corridor right here. Mm-hmm. And that's where I think we start to see quarter, half, 3/4 of an inch ice accumulation. And guys, the forecast from the National Weather Service in Jackson for Ashley and Chico County is for an inch of ice. So that would be very devastating to that part of the state.
Yeah, be praying for our Southeast Arkansas people. That's rough. Hopefully you've prepared for an ice storm if you live in Southeast Arkansas, especially in Ashley and Chico counties, Columbia County, Union County, the southern tip of the state for sure.
Well,
Yeah,
and with
so
those high ice
Go
totals,
ahead, Blake.
that's going to cause some power outages,
Yeah.
and so that's why it's very important. Have a backup option, backup heat, backup electricity if possible, because
James,
it could be pretty devastating.
somebody's asking about the power outage risk. Do we have that graphic we can pull real quick before we do this?
Let's pull it up.
This has been asked a lot today, guys, by people, especially all over the state. I know there was concern for power outages. We think the highest concern is in South Arkansas in the red shaded area, the major risk area, due to the freezing rain accumulation, wind speeds, and so on. So most of us probably going to be okay, we hope. South Arkansas, different story.
Yeah, Zach, I'll go back to our forecast, and every meteorologist in the state has arrived at some version of this. I will say, and Zach, I think we can just show it now because the event is starting, and I think we've added enough context now. So this was the Euro 18Z snowfall map. And you see how we arrived at our conclusion. There's just a sharp cutoff from Mena to Hot Springs to Little Rock. It doesn't mean Mena's getting 9.5 inches of snow. Is that the higher end? Sure. But the general consensus here is that there's going to be a very narrow band of we got a lot of snow and then we didn't get any snow. We got all sleet. And you see the distance, and if I can find the measurement tool, I can. Yeah, this is about to be really cool. The distance, guys, between
Wow.
No snow and a lot of snow is about 40 miles. I mean, you could go from 3 inches of snow and a couple inches of sleet to 10, 11, 12 inches over the course of 40 miles. DeQueen to Northern Polk County, 40 miles. So that area is just, it's really a small margin for error. And so, our snow graphic really reflects this. South Arkansas doesn't show much for you because what you're seeing is mostly sleet. But I think that's probably a good way to visualize it at this point. We don't just usually show modeled data because it's always wrong. But at this point, when you're this close to an event, I think everything's pretty well locked in on exactly what you just saw. And you saw some higher end snow totals. I got a lot of questions from Russellville today, guys. Are we really getting a foot of snow? And I just said, yeah, if you don't get a lot of sleet, you're probably getting close to that.
Yeah. This is going to be
Same
that
for you, Zach,
northwestern.
at your house.
Yeah, I mean this could be the most snow I've ever had at my house here. I live just south of Fort Smith, so we'll see what happens. The northwestern quadrant of the state, north central part of the state, probably has the highest odds for a really big snow, guys. I mean, we're not yanking your chain here. We think that there's some good potential. It's just, unless sleet cuts in and really destroys it, there's going to be quite a bit of snow in that part of the state, and so.
Yeah, the biggest concern would be the sleet is really going to how far north it goes on Saturday afternoon and night.
Blaze, what
we would
speak
we would
speak
love,
to the sleet part. Oh. You're good, no, Blaze. I want you to talk about it.
Yeah, so we'll be watching for some areas that could be impacted by some sleet. Looking at our map, we still think south of Clinton there could be some sleet mixed in, and then as well as towards Little Rock, Hot Springs, Mena, and like we were saying earlier, I mean, freezing rain, sleet looks the likely for DeQueen, Arkadelphia over to Pine Bluff, and then freezing rain and sleet for El Dorado, Monticello, and Lake Village. But for the ones that do get the snow and pretty much all the snow, if it's safe to do so, we would love to see your snow photos.
Yeah.
And you can submit those to us by our app, Arkansas Weather Network. You can download it in the iOS Google Play Store. Scroll down to the bottom. It's right by the winter weather button. Submit photos. You can send those to us, and we'd love to see it. You build a snowman, we want to see it. Showcase your best snowman to us.
You can all, a lot of you send us stuff on Facebook. That does work too. We'll check both places. Whatever is easiest for you. We want to see what you see. We want ground truth, measurements, what's happening. If you safely take photos, even if it's something terrible, trees down, we would love to see it. We'll report that to the National Weather Service. And every time we have a big event like this, I'm a weather history nerd. I like to save as much stuff as I can because one day we'll want to look back at these types of events.
We are getting a lot of comments from people about sleet, heavy sleet in spots. It tells me that this thing's starting to ramp up across the state. It's go time.
It is.
Yeah, it definitely is. And we can go back to the radar real quick. And I got a report of snow starting in Mayflower. And so those are very light returns, guys, that are in Mayflower right now. So looks like the heavier returns are coming in from the southwest.
Yeah.
You look at the last 30 minutes, this stuff is starting to really move towards the northeast. And then, that's just going to continue over the course of the next 2 to 3 hours. It's going to expand across the entire state. The radar algorithm's not really grabbing any snow just yet. It'll turn it blue, but I think we're going to start to see snowfall in that zone from Mena to Hot Springs to Little Rock.
Jacob Riley, meteorologist Jacob Riley from Lubbock, Texas, just texted us and said, just want to let y'all know that timing, intensity, and the totals have done very well for them. So hopefully that continues downstream for us and our forecast matches what we expect. So good to hear from upstream, I guess, of what we're going to get soon.
Yes, very much so. So that is very good to hear. The even if you whatever you start at tonight, that may not be what you finish at. Zachary Webb said freezing rain in Lonsdale for about an hour. That's the problem.
Like that.
How long do you stay at freezing rain? There also is a world here where the freezing rain line is further north, and areas like Malvern and Arkadelphia and Pine Bluff and even Little Rock get more freezing rain than anticipated.
Stephen Haley said just rain in Hot Springs. I'm pretty sure Hot Springs is below freezing. So that's going to be freezing rain. That's not just rain. I promise. It's gonna freeze upon contact, guys. If it's below freezing tonight and tomorrow.
Yeah, Tammy says it's sleeting hard in Southwest Little Rock. So between Little Rock and Hot Springs, there's more warm air over Hot Springs, essentially.
Yeah.
So I think go ahead, Zach.
Chris Howard just said, what about Hope? We haven't talked about a whole lot about that area from Hope, Texarkana. Probably more sleet and freezing rain than anything down there, brother. Possibly higher end totals for sleet or freezing rain. So maybe not the highest ice totals in the whole state, but there's quite a bit of potential for it down there in that part of Arkansas.
Somebody just commented, said Hot Springs, something about windows having some ice on it.
Oh, wow.
So we were talking about that area.
Yeah, that didn't take long.
Yeah. So from the looks of it, we're getting, Zach, did you say you had a report from Mena earlier?
The sheriff from Polk County was reporting
So
raindrops freezing to his windshield, and that was 2 or 3 hours ago.
sounds like we're getting freezing rain in this zone right here.
Yeah.
So that's where the freezing rain line is. And then we're getting sleet up towards Little Rock. And then we've got a report of snow coming in from Conway and Mayflower. Maybe not Conway, but Mayflower. So
Yeah.
the line really is that fine tonight. You just go 30 miles and it's a totally different ball game. And the problem is whatever you're getting a lot of it. And so it can really, if you're getting freezing rain now, it eventually can become a problem.
Hayden Holloman says pretty steady freezing rain in Pine Bluff for a couple of hours. So
Yeah.
I haven't seen that report yet from Pine Bluff, so that's a great report.
Yeah.
Ice on
Yeah,
cars.
Somebody
The,
said their car. Somebody said their car is iced over in Mena. That's what
Yeah.
came out on YouTube,
Oh, boy.
as well as Waldron.
Thank
so
you guys for the reports. We appreciate them.
Yeah, absolutely. Guys, the problem with some of these reports is if it's going to be snow, it's going to be snow within the next 3 hours or so,
Yeah.
3 to 4 hours. The longer we delay a snow changeover for Mena, Hot Springs, Little Rock, the probably worse off you're going to be with your snow total, and you're going to get more freezing rain. So it'll be interesting to see where we're at in the morning, because I think it'll clear up a lot of the uncertainty. Because we know we're getting a lot of sleet tomorrow. We know we're getting a lot of freezing rain down south and snow up north, but for central Arkansas to clear up a lot of the uncertainty.
Getting a lot of questions too about western Arkansas. Nothing in Fort Smith, nothing in northwest Arkansas or Russellville. Guys, that precip is on the way. Obviously, everything you're looking at over here is going to be moving off to the east northeast and headed your way very soon.
Yeah.
So we've got a lot of action in central and southern Arkansas, western Arkansas. It's your turn next, and then of course northern Arkansas in a few hours, and northeast Arkansas and eastern Arkansas late tonight. So we're just getting started here. We got a long ways to go.
We are, and I'm also seeing a little bit of maybe a small band trying to develop around Newton County. I don't know if it's making it to the ground yet, but it's just something I would say that's a little bit of light snow for the Newton County heading towards Searcy County area.
Yeah, good
I
catch
see
there,
what you're
Blaze.
saying. Yeah,
Probably
good
is.
catch. I didn't even see that. Interesting.
So that would be heading towards Harrison, it looks like. So they may pick up some light snow over the next, I'd say, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, somewhere in there.
I will say 7 runs of HRRR data, each run pushes the freezing rain line further north. And it still has snow in that Mena and Little Rock line,
Yeah,
but it's got quite a bit of freezing rain to the south of that line.
man. We don't like that.
Hey, guys.
No, you're all
No.
right. We don't like that. Well, hopefully
Had a
it
phone call.
changes for the better. So, folks, and just to remind you, I know that some of you already know this, but guys, it's 3 different precipitation types. It's just a pure snow, liquid rain that freezes upon contact if it's cold enough, freezing rain, and then sleet. So you're going to get one of the 3. Everyone's in on this. Nobody's going to miss out. So you're just going to have to kind of pick your
Right.
poison where you live when it comes to what precipitation type that you're going to observe tonight, Saturday, and then Sunday when this thing gets out of here.
Yeah, and I think while we're here, we should probably address it, guys. It's not getting a ton of attention. Let me see if I can get the correct graphic here. We have extreme cold warnings in effect. I think we're going to see them for most of the next week. Look at this crazy temperature forecast for the Little Rock area.
Insane.
I mean, crazy.
If you live in other parts of Arkansas, like North Arkansas, you can subtract a few degrees. South Arkansas, add a couple degrees. This is just crazy that this is a week's worth of temperatures. Oh my gosh.
The
Yeah,
high
very,
temperature
very
for
damaging to
Saturday.
infrastructure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's-
I mean,
Blaze, this
high
is like,
temperature for Saturday.
yeah, this is like February 2021, like temperatures.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Crazy.
There's the current temperatures. Again, Texarkana and Lake Village are down to 33. So even if you're seeing rain, and when freezing rain first starts falling, it just looks like rain. and you don't know that it's actually accumulating to everything. And the colder the temperature get, the easier it is for freezing rain to accumulate. And by tomorrow, it'll be accumulating very, very efficiently. So we did get a report of sleet from Texarkana, guys. That's a good sign. Maybe there's some pockets of colder air working further south. I think very soon the rest of central Arkansas here will be having frozen precip falling in some form. Guys, I checked iDrive. The iDrive Arkansas website, they were reporting slush on the roadway on the highway that runs just south of Sheridan, 167. So we're starting to see some roadways deteriorate in parts of Arkansas. Also, shouldn't be a shock. There's a wreck near Brinkley on I-40. Hasn't even started yet. That
Shocker.
just is always a problem spot. Yeah. Sleet and bauxite.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
So, we've gotten a few messages here lately about our app and stuff, and I want to clarify a couple things. If you've noticed on the live stream, there's no sound. Here's how to activate that sound. If you click on the live video, it'll show like the replay button, the fast forward, and the pause. And then down at the bottom, you'll see a volume button. If you click that, you'll have audio on our live stream. I've gotten a few messages that there's no audio on the app, and it's just because it's muted. You just got to unmute it. You should have it.
Yeah, the video has its own audio.
Thanks, Blaze.
Good call, Blaze.
Thanks, Blaze. Appreciate it. Well, yeah, did you guys see that comment?
Yeah.
I can't build a snowman with no snow. I love it. Yeah, I hope that a lot of you are going to get plenty of snow from this, but some of you are going to be disappointed because it's going to be more sleet or freezing rain, and we're sorry, but we're doing our best.
Yeah, and we don't control it, but we can do our best to tell you how to prepare for it and what you might get. Guys, look at this incredible detail in central Arkansas on this radar. You've got sleet falling now through the southwest side of Little Rock, and it's getting very close to downtown. Remember, it's 29 degrees in downtown, so roads should be sleet covered very quickly. Laura Shepard asks, how do I attach a picture to share via the Contact Us on the app? It's not Contact Us. If you go into the app and just scroll down, it's right under Interactive Radar, and it's just a big button that says Submit Photos. Just click on that, and you just upload the photo from your camera roll. Brayley Allen asks, any chance of thunder snow? Yes. Thunderstorms with freezing rain, thunder sleet, thunder snow, all possible, for sure.
The heaviest precip on the board is west of Fort Smith right now and headed east, and it will be there within the hour. And I'm very partial to this area because I live here and I know what's coming tonight.
It's probably sleet, don't you think, Zach?
I would think probably initially. Yeah, that kind of makes me a little nervous about the forecast, to be honest with you, because a lot of the data had this initially just straight up snow, but I think there's going to be a wave of sleet first before it switches. So.
Yeah, I think so. Did you see the comment from Chase Lewis? He said, if we get less than 3 inches of snow in Fort Smith, Zach has to shave his beard. I'm in favor of this.
You do not want to see me with a shaved beard. I look like I'm about 10 years old. Yeah,
windshield is already frozen in Benton. That's another report that just came in.
You said in Benton?
Yep.
Somebody said thunder in Barling, Arkansas.
That's right down the road from
precipitation
me.
yet.
That's right down the road.
So they're hearing a little
I think I just heard that. That's what did you guys see me look at the window just now? I live next to a military base, so I thought maybe it was that. I think that was thunder.
I turned on the lightning data. I wonder if it came through.
Yeah, I'll have to see if it comes up.
Interesting.
I just got a message from somebody that lives not far from me and said, I swear I can hear thunder. So I think
Rachel heard thunder in Van Buren.
Yeah, people get a lot of reports of that now.
Between Mayflower and Conway.
Wow.
Yeah, Zach, it looks like quite a few people heard that thunder.
Yeah. I saw somebody from Greenwood said it too. Wow. Well, there's heavy precip moving in, guys. We're going to really see the full force of this within the next 30 minutes when this moves in. There's some heavy precip associated. So here it comes.
Yeah. It's just going to be one of those nights. A strong winter storm moves in. I'm going to go real quick, guys, to the National Mosaic, and we could take a look. It's converting. You could kind of see it's converting this stuff north of Little Rock to snow, and I think that's probably pretty accurate. That this algorithm is also converting what's west of you to snow, Zach. So here's what the situation is tonight. All this stuff in southern Oklahoma back into Texas moves into Arkansas through tomorrow. And we don't really see a break until the stuff that's back west of Lubbock finally makes it to Arkansas. And then we have another big round after that. So that's the current situation. We expect, and keep asking your questions. We really appreciate that. Anetra asks, what does thunder mean for this storm? So thunder just enhances the precip rate. So if you're just getting regular rain on a summer day and then you get a thunderstorm, that rain is always heavier. The same thing applies here. If you get into thunder sleet, thunder snow, thunder freezing rain, it's just faster of accumulation.
We just got a photo sent to me.
Ice and hot rain.
I just got a photo sent to me from Mina of a truck covered in ice. Freezing rain for hours is what it looks like. So
wow,
that's of course in Polk County. So just a heads up on that. For those of you near Mina, it sounds to me like that's mostly freezing rain for the time being. So not good. So
yeah, I've got a picture coming to us from Harmony Grove. Icicles are already forming in Harmony Grove, and that is from Stephen Orr. So, hey, we really appreciate your photos. We've made it real easy to submit through our app. You scroll down just below radar, below the daily weather video where you can get us on YouTube. And, wherever you're watching from, you can watch our videos in a number of ways. This week, Zach, we've been on TikTok quite a bit. We've uploaded YouTube videos every day. We're on Facebook, of course, Twitter as well, but Facebook and YouTube and TikTok are where a lot of people are. Be sure to like and subscribe all our pages. Zach has a personal TikTok. We also have an Arkansas Weather Network TikTok. The three of us are on Facebook. We also have an Arkansas Weather Network Facebook. We all have our separate pages, but we are one and the same. We're a network. We're a group. Cumulative
effort.
And, this company is brand new. And, a lot of people are just figuring out who we are. Zach if you didn't know Zach, a lot of people know you, Zach. But if you didn't know Zach, he's a professional storm chaser for a long time. He knows the weather in the state inside and out and has just as much of a passion for it as any meteorologist. And Blaze just got his meteorology degree. And I was at KETV for 7 years. And out of central Arkansas. So I'm not real well known up in northwest Arkansas, but we're covering the state. And it matters to us. We're all from the state and big hog fans. And so, this is our first big storm. It means a lot that you guys are trusting us and watching us.
Yeah, we really, really appreciate it, guys. It means a lot to us. We've been very busy this week. I'm so proud of Blaze and James, and we've put a lot of work in. And, man, this storm is just getting started, too. I can't believe we're doing this for, I guess, 3 days, technically, tonight, Saturday, and Sunday. So, but did you see the text message that Ryan Vaughn sent us?
So I'm laughing at it. So
yeah,
you can't really see. I'm wearing an Arkansas Weather Network sweatshirt. It's not a prison hoodie. It's an Arkansas Weather Network sweatshirt. So he's funny. He's got a tough forecast up there in Jonesboro because the sleet line comes right to Jonesboro.
We've had a few people ask in Ashley and Chico County if the storm is missing them. I'm guessing because of the way the radar looks. Guys, we're just getting started in southeast Arkansas. That precip will fill in across. There's ice storm warnings for Ashley and Chico, so we got plenty of moisture on the way, we promise.
All right, just got another picture, Zach, from Benton of a truck covered in ice.
Oof.
So, man, you hope that changes over to sleet very soon. But the ice accumulation has been very efficient so far.
You got a lot of people wanting to buy some merch now. You
Soon.
showed that sweatshirt.
I know.
Soon.
I've gotten a lot of questions. This is a really nice sweatshirt. Zach, I think you have one too.
Yeah, me and my wife.
It does say Arkansas Weather Network. I've also got a blue one that Sarah had made. Holly says, show us the pictures. Great idea, Holly. Let me pull up the pictures.
Yeah, I thought about that, but I didn't know how easy it was to put that. I'm sure it's very easy. I just don't know what I'm doing. Blaze
It's
probably
easier
figured
for
out.
me. It's easier for me, Zach, because I can just share my screen.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
And I'll just take it
So
full.
let me set that up real quick, and then Blaze
Alright.
can take it full screen very easily.
Man, this thing's really
And I got
filling in
all-
now.
I got all the pictures lined up. If I can find my live stream. Here we are. All right, I'm going to share my screen, guys.
Okay.
Okay.
And guys, too, if you have photos, if you're just now joining, you can submit them on the app. You can send it to us on Facebook. We're all over the place if you want to send it to us. Where's that from, James?
This was from Benton.
Oh, you can see it.
And that is just a thin layer of ice, just covered.
Wow.
As you see it there. Man,
We're just getting started, too. Oh, my God.
I know.
Wow.
All right, let me see if I can show you some more.
Okay.
While we're doing this, I'm going to
We-
check the questions. Go ahead, Blaze. I'm just looking at my phone.
Just kind of giving a radar update. We're starting to see a little bit more precipitation developing in northwest Arkansas, maybe north of Fayetteville. Like we were talking earlier, Fort Smith, you're fixing to get it. It's headed your direction. And just, guys, this is looking more heavier every new radar return that we get, which I know this is, technically
Whoa.
the U.S. radar, so it's not like Doppler. But, all right, let me take that full. Or actually, that's the same picture, isn't it?
James, what are you
Yeah,
pulling
I'm
these
going
photos
through.
up on?
I'm going through. I'm pulling them up
All right.
out of the gallery. So, I'm loading them separately. But these are icicles that are forming. I think this was from Harmony Grove.
Okay.
And then, I had a road conditions map pulled up. This is a map that we generate on our website. And then looking at the iDrive Arkansas website, guys, we're already seeing reports of slush on 440 in central Arkansas. So it's going to be very hard to tell just looking at,
Yeah.
dark roads. But just looking at the winter weather map, it's going to get filled in real quickly here. It may be kind of hard to see because of the contrast, but we're seeing slush quickly on the roadways in Grant County and Pulaski County. And hopefully there's not a ton of people out on the roads the next couple of days because, it's a weekend. But it's a good reminder that this is going to be probably a long-winded event.
I'm getting a lot of ice accumulation photos from Hot Springs. I've got a photo from Chelsea Craig, who I'm almost certain is in Hot Springs, and she has at the front of a truck. It's like a grill on the front of a truck that is just covered in icicles. Like it's been freezing rain for hours over there. So,
Gosh. Yeah, the pictures are rolling in, man. Benton, covered. Hot Springs, covered. Huntington, that looks like a little more sleet that far north.
Hey, we got
really
another
appreciate everybody
accident.
doing your photos. Oh, where at, Blaze?
Well, I think actually, according to this, it was about at 8:12 p.m., but it's still active right now up towards Lawrence County. So as of right now, we've only got 2 accidents, but guys, that's going to change. We are going to see an increase in this. And I hate to say that, but I would not be surprised if we really start seeing these accidents in the next hour.
oh yeah, I would say so. The next 2 hours, 3 hours for sure. I would imagine it won't take long, unfortunately.
Gosh, man, I'm just getting, Zach, we're getting a ton of freezing rain reports.
Yeah,
It's just,
not good.
That's
I don't
not
like
good.
hearing that. No, I don't like hearing that. Do
Oh.
I see? Lisa says,
I got-
Zach, do you see anything in Greenwood? In just a moment, that precip shield is almost here. It's knocking on the door, so it's filling into western Arkansas now. This is current radar, yeah, that we're showing you guys on the screen. Statewide radar.
Yeah, northern
James.
Arkansas, if you're not experiencing any snow yet, just hang tight. It's coming. And
James,
for
are
anybody
you-
in the state that's not experiencing anything,
Are,
go ahead.
are you
Sorry,
zoomed?
Zach.
No, it's okay. I cut you off. James, are you zoomed on this? I was going to back out and show.
you take it. You can drive.
Yeah, so just trying to add to what Blaze was talking about, I'm going to switch out of Fort Smith to try to show that precip shield that we've been referencing. Were you guys looking on the Baron Mosaic to show the whole algorithm? What were you guys on?
Yeah, so you go to severe, hit US radar.
So, you guys, looking out wide, obviously we've been talking a lot about the freezing rain south and southwest of Little Rock, but you can see the blue, which is snow likely, maybe some sleet too, in Oklahoma. That is flying into Arkansas and will be filling in over the next few hours and overnight tonight. So if you don't have anything at your location now, just be patient. It's going to be there. It just might be later this evening before it makes it to you, and it could be heavy at times when it does move in.
Starting to see flakes in Mountainburg, according to that report.
Okay.
So
now, Blaze, you were right earlier.
Snow.
The snow is just really starting to fill in northwest Arkansas.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and it's going to
Looks
be
like
heavy at times.
Looks like it's starting to lift. The whole thing's kind of lifting north a little bit. Look at the fill in over there by Conway, between Fort Smith and Conway, and northeast of Little Rock, too.
Yeah, that's true.
Man, Lance Eggen sent us a picture of his grill when he's grilling chicken.
Nice.
His grill has water on it, and he's grilling chicken on some charcoal. I love that.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do, man. I mean, come on.
That's true.
Appreciate that.
Somebody said, Amy Thompson said nothing in Fayetteville yet, so which, judging by the radar, that kind of matches up. It looks like it's about to fill in, though, in northwest Arkansas.
Yeah, it actually kind of looks like it's just north of Fayetteville. I mean, it's like
a little bit of hole,
really close.
Colby effect up there. Colby Ward.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, I'll show you this picture too. We're getting.
All right, I'll take it full for you.
Let me pull it up. We'll probably have to come up with a better way to do this, but here's what I got right now. That's from Mina. Those guys are some pretty big icicles.
Yeah, we just started. I can't believe. I did not expect there to be that much early in that part of the state, to be honest with you.
No, I thought the Mina to Little Rock corridor might fare a little bit better than we had originally thought.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
But you learn lessons with every winter storm.
You do. And you know, guys, we've talked about this before, but like forecasting, it's not an easy job. Like, it's tough. And there's so much we look at. And I know there's changes at times. The forecast, goes back and forth. But it's because the models go back and forth. And, until we get right into the event, it's really tough. I mean, sometimes you just got to look outside the window, basically, and just see what it's doing.
It's an educated guess trying to predict the future. It's not easy. Man, it's humbled me so many times. I mean, it really has.
And you can't come up with a more complicated scenario than one like this.
Yes.
It's true.
Maybe one of the most difficult ever. Truly.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the hardest.
Yeah. Easily could be. I think that's a given.
I hope it gets easier.
Man.
So can we take OBS full for the comments?
Yeah.
Vintage Goose says, still nothing in South Rogers. It will be soon. That will be filling in within the next hour or two. Lots of sleet reports, James, in Little Rock.
Yeah. So Little Rock's on that dividing line. I think if Little Rock's going to go to snow, I mean, it's going to happen within the next 2 to 3 hours. So if there's any cooling, which it's only 9 o'clock, and naturally things get cooler at night. They're not heated during the nighttime. They lose heating. So there's possibility for some natural cooling of the air above the ground, and that could bring some of us to snow, and hopefully some of you from freezing rain to sleet.
Yeah, it seems like there's quite a bit of a hole in northwest Arkansas. We've got reports from Fayetteville, now Rogers, Taneytown, people saying there's nothing there, which tells me that some dry air is being overcome right now from the west. That precip shield's not too far, so within the next hour or two tops for northwest Arkansas before it fills in.
Another thing, not only are we dealing with snow and sleet and some freezing rain, but you also have to add into the winds. There's some strong wind gusts guys out there, you know,
Yeah.
20, 25 miles
Oh, yeah.
per hour, a little bit greater than that. So you add that on top of it, and I think that's also why your power outage threat does increase for southern Arkansas because of these increased wind gusts.
Kevin says keeps bouncing. What are the predictions for Fort Smith? Our forecast this morning hasn't changed for Fort Smith. James, did we do 10 to 12?
We went 10 to 12. Yeah.
10 to 12.
I feel good about it.
10 inches to 12 inches in Fort Smith. So that's
And here's why I
that's our
feel good
thoughts.
about it. If all this is snow, that's a lot of heavy snow
It
that's
is.
headed for Fort Smith.
Yeah.
Now, as best we can tell right now, we're getting a lot of freezing rain from Mena to Hot Springs to Benton, Pine Bluff, and I think that's where a lot of our freezing rain has started.
Yeah.
There's been some sleet reports mixed in, but you really have to go north of that line to find the sleet reports, and there have been some from Little Rock and even some snow reports from Conway. If you do have snow reports, true snowflakes, we want to know because that's very important to the forecast. Jody says Monticello, and Monticello is one of those places where we could see significant accumulations of freezing rain, unfortunately.
Guys, if you're interested in our snowfall forecast, ice and sleet forecast, just go to our Facebook pages, mine, James, Blaze, it doesn't really matter, and you will see the forecast. It has not changed. We haven't put out different maps today. We only have one. So if you're
You can
curious about the
also,
area.
people can also click the winter weather button in our app, and it'll take you right to our forecast.
Great point.
Easy, spelled out for you, if you're not a Facebook user.
Got a report
That's-
of sleet in Russellville. Sleet in Russellville.
Okay.
So it's working its way up for sure because that line is extending. Sorry, guys. That line is starting to extend up to Russellville. Somebody said nothing in Van Buren. So Van Buren's here just north of Fort Smith. It's almost to you, northwest Arkansas, in that same boat. This is showing in Rogers, and somebody said there was nothing in Rogers. So it kind of makes you wonder if this is just not making it to the ground just yet, possibly. But we'll see.
Yeah.
And of course, folks, if you're watching, I saw some comments from Searcy, Jonesboro, Paragould earlier. Guys, there's just nothing there to you yet, but it will be in the next several hours as this continues to fill in across the state.
Man.
I know, I'm tired too.
All right, Zach, I want to show a product real quick that's called Baron Nowcast.
Yeah.
And what this does is it takes the radar as it is, and it tries to march it out 2 hours. It uses AI to do it. So that's what it has happening. It basically just takes what you're looking at and advances it towards the northeast. So that is just kind of an idea of what you can look forward to over the next couple of hours. The rain, sleet, freezing rain all starts filling in across the entire state.
This is future. That was future radar, guys, what we were just looking at. So like a future cast,
Yeah.
trying to show you the advance as this moves through the state.
So here in Yell County and out in the Logan County, there's some heavier precipitation returns showing up. Got to wonder if that's sleet that's going to be
Probably.
making its way towards I-40 very soon.
Yeah, I would say likely. I'm getting so many reports right now. Kevin Conant, who we know very well from Russellville, said that he actually had initial freezing rain in Russellville. He did not have sleet.
Okay.
That's a little concerning.
I've got
That's
a comment
north.
that there's nothing in Sherwood just yet, but that's going to
Almost.
change any second. Any second now.
Yeah.
Be very, very close.
I've got precip moving in at my house now. Guys, I haven't been able to look outside, but Sleet and Hackett from Aaron Ramey. Aaron Ramey, I graduated high school with Aaron. It's good to see you, buddy. That's not down too far down the road from Fort Smith, of course, from where I'm from, Greenwood. So the radar returns are true. They're in Sebastian County, probably, of course, in Scott and Polk as well. So good to see that that's filling in too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, guys, this is going about how we expected. I didn't expect to see a ton of freezing rain right out of the gate. But the column can still cool. We can still remain on track here. We showed that data earlier, and I'll pull up the newest data. Here it is. So we'll go to the latest run, which is at 1Z. All right, so this is the high resolution data and this is just as it's moving in. It seems to be pretty accurate so far. And you'll see where it has that freezing rain and sleet to snow line. I mean, it is still Neenah, Hot Springs, Benton. And you know what it's doing right there, Zach? Hot Springs and Benton? That's actually showing returns so heavy that it cools the column. It's called dynamic cooling.
Yes.
So you go from
Heavy.
sleet to extremely heavy snow.
Look at the dark
That is a
shading over
possibility.
central Arkansas. Wow.
Yeah, that's very heavy. That's at 2 a.m. So it's a possibility. And if that's the case, you know, you're going to wake up to 2, 3, or 4 inches of snow right there. You know, maybe more.
With North Arkansas too, likely being colder too, you're probably getting pretty consistent snowfall rates in North Arkansas overnight, Western Arkansas, of course, too. But more snow than maybe we thought originally yesterday, kind of figuring that out today. But it looks like a pretty healthy snow overnight and into tomorrow morning, buddy.
Yeah. And I think the heaviest snow for North Arkansas might come Saturday night.
Yeah.
That's some of the heaviest anyway. But yeah,
Cold, too.
This is just some of the latest data. You know, unfortunately, I don't think there's anything that can change what's going to happen in the south half of the state. You know, you're going to be seeing freezing rain and sleet. And Zach, I think you saw a comment earlier from maybe Ashley or Chico County saying, you know, is this thing missing us? Well, you see how it's just kind of intermittent until you get into the day tomorrow, and then it's more consistent, and then it's real consistent Saturday night into Sunday where it gets really, really heavy.
Yeah, that could be the most damaging, and I use that as far as freezing rain amounts. Concern, the heavy rates late Saturday night and into Sunday morning across southeast Arkansas, and Sunday as well as this is moving out. So,
you know,
Getting a
our
report
models are
of
doing this too.
Oh.
Go ahead, Blaze.
Getting one report on here of a little bit of flakes in Valonia.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
I think the models are picking it up well, actually. This initial line that it's seeing is it's picking up maybe light rain or sleet before it changes over to snow or to sleet or freezing rain. So that's, I think it might actually be on it pretty well. So this is what we're currently looking at, and just got a snow report out of Valonia. Very soon here, I'll be able to look out my window and tell you what's happening in Conway. I think we're right on the cusp of precipitation moving in here. We're getting freezing rain in England. That's from Tammy Williams.
Appreciate the reports, guys. We've gotten
Snowflakes
several
and
in this live
Ward.
stream. So, what'd you say?
Snowflakes in Ward. That's near Cabot.
Ward. Yep. I got you.
The quicker this transitions to all snow, the better for a
Somebody-
lot of areas.
Somebody commented and said, "Where in Valonia we see nothing." It tells me that somebody lives on the other side of town. We're in that stage of the snow.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not covering everybody just yet.
Hey, light snow in Searcy, according to Heather.
That matches. That matches.
Sleet and snow in Maumelle. Light though.
Got ice-covered roadways from Mount Ida to Odin to Crystal Springs.
Yeah, so they're talking in here. If you've ever been down in this part of the state, very wooded, pine country. Yeah, Mena over to Hot Springs. Those roadways 270 is probably not fun right now. I would imagine, given the elevation changes as well. James and Blaze, I'm sure you guys have been down there a couple of times. The heaviest precip right now, based off the reflectivity, I know it's hard to see here, is southwest of Fort Smith. I think right in here. This area right here, I'm using blue, probably not a good idea. Looks like some of the heavier precip that's moving into western Arkansas now. I'm very interested to see if that's actually snow, sleet, or what. Initially, it looks like snow, though.
James,
Where's that?
I'm taking you full on that shot. Where's that?
Yeah, where's the...
That's the Arkansas River Bridge in Little Rock.
Okay.
And I can't tell what the precip type is. I mean, it looks like to me, if you're seeing that on a camera, you're probably seeing some snowflakes in there.
Maybe rain,
Because I think
snow
sleet would be
mix.
pretty hard to see. Yeah. You can already tell there on the left side of the image that it's piling up there on the side of the road. So that's
Interesting.
probably a sleet snow mix
Yeah.
falling in Little Rock.
Oh, wow. That's a great shot, man.
Yeah, Randy just said interstate cameras report it snowing on the bridge. Yeah, I found it at the right time.
Perfect.
So I can go around here and look for some cameras that might be lit. There's Wildwood in North Little Rock. You see nothing really is happening there yet. We'll go further towards the southwest. There's probably some well-lit cameras down here somewhere. Benton, Bryant. The roads are wet at least.
Yeah.
Kind of hard to tell if there's accumulation just yet.
A lot of this too. If we go, look at the. Oh, you already reported that, didn't you? Ice-covered roads.
Yes.
On 270?
Yes. There's ice-covered roadways. That's out in Montgomery County. We don't have a camera out there, but it's a very good point. It's only going to be a matter of time. I'll look into the Fort Smith area, Zach, see if there's anything happening towards your neck of the woods.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be, there should be an I-540 camera there on the west side of Fort Smith, right there. I think you're probably on it. And it didn't look like you could see a whole lot. Maybe it hasn't reached it yet.
Yeah, or it's very light.
Very light, yeah. It looks like, judging by the radar, that is just now getting there. I mean, like any minute. So.
Yep. It looks like all this has just started to move into Little Rock, and that's the best shot that we have found of winter precip falling. It looks like snow. Yeah. James said those cameras do have temperature gauges on them, so that's 28 degrees right there on the bridge. So that bridge is going to be icy very soon. Travel's going to go downhill for everybody pretty quickly.
It will. That's got to be snow. Just looking at it, I would say there could be some sleet mixed in, but I agree.
Yeah.
Well, I want to make sure, too, that everybody understands tonight, it does not matter what county you live in or what city you live in, you will likely be impacted by frozen precip here over the next, obviously late tonight, tomorrow, also Saturday night, and Sunday morning. And it could be in the form of snow, sleet, or freezing rain. It's going to be a very, very busy few days here, folks. So if you have plans, if you're going to be traveling the next couple of days, please anticipate travel impacts because of that. We are just getting started. What time is it? I've lost track. 9:25. We've got a long ways to go. So.
Yeah, long ways to go. We're not going to stay up all night and do live coverage for this stuff as it moves in. We do have to sleep at some point.
I need to go take a shower and go to sleep because I'm running on fumes, much like James and Blaze.
I will be up early, though, and just look things over. I'll probably post on Facebook. So we'll see. I think our schedule tomorrow is one or at least two of us will do lives periodically just to update everybody on what's happening.
Yeah, definitely. We'll be here with you guys. We'll have updates all day, too. So
the way, this is not life-threatening like tornadoes are. This can be life-threatening if you're driving on an icy road or if you lose power and, it gets extremely cold. That is life-threatening, but this is not immediate. We've been warning people about this storm all week, and now we're here. So we'll do cut-ins, basically, to our channel and into our app all day tomorrow. And if you happen to miss one, Facebook saves it, so you can just go back and watch it. And we'll have a video that's playing on our channel. And also on our channel, Blaze has come up with a really great iDrive Arkansas camera grid that lists the accidents and also shows radar. So really cool, and that'll be live tonight and through most of the day. So if we're not live, you at least do have some current information. You've got our interactive radar in the Arkansas Weather Network app. And, of course, easy way to submit photos. And, hey, I just watched an iDrive truck driving over the river bridge, working on making sure, they do a great job.
Yes,
I have no doubt that our freeways will be in good shape by Monday. It's the side streets that are going to be bad for a long time.
Side streets, local roadways, county roads, especially ones with sleet, Blaze. We talked about that before we went live.
Absolutely. Somebody just said, do you advise everyone to stay home tomorrow? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. Through the weekend, stay home because the roads, they're going to get bad. If they're not already bad right now, I know there's some areas that haven't been affected, but it won't be long, guys. These roads are going to get covered.
So,
and
I'm just going through some of the pictures, excuse me, that were sent. Camden's got a good glaze of freezing rain after only 1 hour of freezing rain. Same with Gurdon,
Wow.
same with Fordyce. You know, I think you're going to end up with quite a bit on the freezing rain totals. And I just got a picture from Mina of ice covering the trees that you can
wanna
see
show
it
it?
already. Yeah, let me pull it into a browser, and I'll share my screen.
Just got a report from Beverly Holman from Greenwood, said it is snowing as of 9:26. So it's filling into western Arkansas as well. The returns are right. I'm going to get a bunch of snow here, guys.
Enjoy.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's going to be a big one.
You definitely are.
Yeah.
All right, here I'm showing what I got, Blaze.
Okay, take you full.
That's from Mina.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
see
and
that good.
you can already see that in the dark. That's not good. This one is from Camden. That's 1 hour of accumulation. That is sleet covering the ground in West Little Rock.
Look at those.
That one
Holy
right
cow.
there. Yeah, it doesn't say. That's from Stephen Orr. I think he sent us a picture earlier. I think he's in somewhere in Southwest Arkansas. I showed you that one. That one was from Benton. But the pictures are just rolling in. And then how about this one? This from El Dorado. Ice all over. And that's
Wow.
from Kate. Yeah, man, it's going to be a pretty bad ice storm for quite a few of you. You know, we had a lot of questions. You know, are power outages going to be bad in Hot Springs and in Mina? You know, the thinking today was no, because we're not going to get enough freezing rain. But you just have to watch it. You know, if it continues and it's windy, you know, then it can become a problem. You know, it's not that it can't. It's just it was less likely than areas further towards the south, guys. But Zach, if you'll point out on the mosaic, you know, it kind of looks like that sleet freezing rain line is advancing towards the south.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It looks like I'm going to stop the radar, and you can tell that line looks like it's now starting to advance, if I can pick the pencil, here. Whereas in earlier, if you loop it for the last hour, watch it sink south, folks. That's kind of what we're looking at there, and maybe start getting rid of some of that freezing rain and turn to more sleet, or maybe even snow eventually, which is a good thing. But yeah, great catch, James. That's a good one there.
Yeah. Well, you know, I think this has been kind of a good introduction into what we expect. You know, the short range model data does have snow in the Mina to Little Rock I-40 corridor in the morning before it takes it back to sleet and some freezing rain tomorrow. You know, this is just, no matter what you see, it's just a winter storm that has some very, very heavy amounts. And we'll be here for you covering it. You know, it's honestly, you know, I don't know how you guys feel. This is kind of the easy part, is covering what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, you
No,
get
this is
past
way easier than
the-
trying to predict it.
Yeah. You know,
It's been a long
unfolding.
week. It's been a long week, man. Yeah, for sure.
Yes, it has.
I did just get a report from Allison Evans in Little Rock downtown, and it's a lot of sleet. It is coming down where she is. So
Going down hard.
just added reports from there. But Blaze,
I got light flurries in northern Lonoke County. So there
Blaze,
is
do you have
some
any
snow out
reports
there.
to send over?
No, I'm just checking on a couple different things. I'm not seeing any. Yeah, I'm not seeing any reports.
Okay.
Nothing in our neck of the woods, northern Arkansas. Yeah, but that will change.
That
Definitely.
will change. Yep. Your time is coming. Well, James, Blaze, do you guys have anything else you want to cover?
No, that's it for me. Get some sleep. You know, I said it today on my video, which I had to do with Blair because she just didn't want to be sat down. Hopefully you can ride this out with people you want to make memories with. And whether that's watching movies and staying inside the whole time or getting out in it, going sledding or whatever you may do, you know, enjoy it. You know, we're all going to get a few days at home. I I think many of you in the working and school world could use a break. Nobody
Yeah.
has to go to school tomorrow. And I know that's because it's Saturday, but enjoy the winter storm. For those of you that lose power, it's a totally different ball game. It's totally different.
Yeah.
It's not fun. It's gross. You can't sled. You can't go outside. So our thoughts are with you as you go through it, especially for those of you in South Arkansas. So, all the memories for me came rushing back this week of the ice storm of December 2000. Going to my grandparents. They had all their appliances on a generator. All their food was outside. You could hear. I just remember sitting on their deck, hearing the trees crack from the weight of the ice. And I was 5 or 6 years old, so it's this core memory for me as a kid, sleeping in front of the fireplace because we didn't have power. All terrible things. But I remember it, and I remember it well, as I'm sure you guys have memories like that from your childhood as well. So it's that kind of thing. Yeah.
I lived in Jefferson County. I lived in Whitehall at the time. We moved there.
Gosh.
We moved there temporarily when I was young, and yeah, I remember it well. Blaze, you probably don't remember it.
I don't remember that because I was not around at that time.
Oh my gosh.
I was not
Let's
around.
not do this anymore with Blaze. He's too young. Oh, I love it. Get out of here.
Blaze's core memories from 2013.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh.
But our parents' core memory, they'll be January 1988. They remember getting 15 inches of snow in Little Rock. Yeah. So weather creates core memories, good or bad. That is certainly for sure, and that's why we're here for you, just to walk you through it and hopefully give you the information you need to make the best decisions for you and your family and those around you. So, guys, that's all I got. We're going to get some rest tonight. It's going to be difficult because weather nerds wake up in the middle of the night to check the radar.
I'm
Just what
not.
happens.
We'll be up.
Yeah.
There'll be a few
I can already
times
tell
I know
you.
we'll be getting up.
Yeah, I'm not going to sleep good tonight. I already know it. I'm going to act like I'm going to try to sleep good, but it's not going to happen. But I just wanted to say before we cut off here, thank you guys so much from me, James, and Blaze for your trust this week, for your patience with us. We truly appreciate it. This is a newish company. Me and James and Blaze have been in the weather world for a little bit, but we really appreciate all the love and support, and we're just getting started. And can't wait to ride out the rest of this winter storm with you. If we have any more winter storms, and of course tornado season is right around the corner. So thank you guys so much. That's all from me tonight. I'm going to go shower and try to relax a little bit.
Yeah, it's we got a good winter storm on the way. Bad for those of you that get ice, but it is what it is. We'll get through it and slowly thaw out in about 10 days. So that's all I got, guys. I'll see you in the morning.
See you guys. Thank you so much.
See you, everybody.